Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders, great millstone, peace and blessings, but pushing his truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharala. So, brother, the Pash Kodash, connect you again another lesson. All right, and as you see right here, I got the word honor. All right, and really, this video is gonna be going into honoring your mother and your father, but to honor your mother and your father, all right, we gotta know what honor is. All right, and it's just a quick Google definition. It's a high respect, great esteem. All right, it's a adherence to what is right or to conventional standard of conduct, regard with great respect, fulfill an obligation or keep an agreement, and mainly what it was the main thing that you see right there is high level respect. You know, your parents will tell you to do something and you do it with no ifs, ands, or buts. That a regular person cannot. A regular person can't tell you to pick up the trash outside. You look at a nigga up and down. It's a saying in the world. A nigga be like, nigga, you ain't my daddy. Nigga, you ain't my mother. Why? Because if you was my father, my mother, you could tell me to do that. Your parents have a lot more power over you. One thing for certain, they gave you life. This is why the Lord say you honor your mother and your father. And especially in this kingdom, even though in this kingdom they don't do it, it should really be honor your mother and your father in this kingdom because they take care of you for 18 years of your life. All right. In the ancient world, you know, you was grown at 12. You was able to, Yahweh Shah left the house at 12 years old. All right. In this captivity, you got another 6 more years on top of that. So you consider that someone is feeding you, someone is clothing you, someone at the very essential, someone gave you life, regardless of your relationship with them, whether they're good, bad, whatever, however you want to see it, they still gave you life, and the Lord said to honor them for that alone. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. And if you know, this is a part of the 10 commandments. Exodus 20, verse 12, honor thy father and thy mother. So highly respect thy father and thy mother. It say that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. If you honor your father and your mother, the Lord will extend your life. And of course, you know, knowing this would be the last go around, that doesn't really, you know, but he'll make your life better in today's terms. But even back in the ancient world or even in the last life, people who honor their mother and their father, they genuinely live better lives. Not to mention, the scriptures tell you what to do. They don't tell you, sometimes they don't tell you why the Lord said to do them. When you honor your mother and your father, you know, your mother and father, they made certain mistakes in life. When you highly respect them, when you learn from them, you know, if you highly respect somebody, you will learn from them, guaranteed. And you will avoid some of those mistakes that they made. So that's just one reason, you know, that's just one smaller reason. But the main reason is because the Lord said to do it. You know, it wasn't a request. It wasn't an option. The Lord said, highly respect your mother and your father. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16. Honor thy father and thy mother. So again, highly respect your father. Highly respect your mother. You know, it says, as the Lord thy God have commanded thee. A command. Let's grab the word command. Does it mean opinion? Does it mean request? No, right here it says an order. All right. It says an order. It says dominate. All right. So it was an order, meaning I told you to do it. It wasn't a request. It's not an option. The Lord said, honor your mother and your father. I don't care if your mother's a goddamn junkie. You don't call her a junkie. You know, because that's a nigga favorite thing. You always watch these movies and shit. Nigga be like, that ain't my mama. That's a drug addict. Nigga, that's still your mom. You know, at the end of the day. Oh, I don't care about my dad. He wasn't there for me. Nigga, he still gave you life. He might not be there for you, but shit, he gave you life at the very least. The least you can do is not bad mouth a motherfucker. If you don't fuck with somebody, you just don't fuck with somebody. But to highly respect somebody is to show respect. I don't care if you only see your dad on fucking Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Well, nigga, you better highly respect him on those fucking abominable days. So be it. Because guess what? It's not about how you feel about him. It's what the Lord said to do. Again, this was not a request from the Lord. This was a commandment. It says, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So again, your days, your life, your life will be prolonged. You'll have a much better life. You know, I can even attest to just honoring my mother and my father in times I wasn't doing it. Life goes better. Ultimately, why? Because we're obeying the Lord. If you're looking at it as like well, I don't want to listen to my parents. Well, by you not listening to your parents, you not listening to the Lord. Something as simple as that. Now the Lord got to judge your ass because you disobeying him. And it's these little things like this, and I love to say it. You know, you could probably break down the whole book of Galatians. You could break down the whole book of Daniel. You could break down the whole book of Revelations. But something as simple as honoring your mother and your father, if you can't do that, then it's all vain. Because you can't even do the small things the Lord said do. Yet you want to seek the big things. This is the reason I did the video, is the small things that have a big difference in our lives. Ephesians 6 verse 2. Honor thy father and mother. So here we go. We done got it in the Old Testament and we got it in the New Testament. So whoever watching this is not a done away with breakdown. You know, it's in both of them. Even though we believe in both the Old and the New Testament. For those who don't, this is in both of them. So you got to do it regardless how you feel about the scriptures. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. Promise of who? Promise of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. It say that it be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on earth. So it's a benefit to honor your mother and your father. On top of the Lord commanding it to us, the Lord he always give us a reward. He get a wicked reward, they gotta suffer. So of course he don't get a righteous reward where they benefit. These things, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments are already beneficial in themselves, and then he still gives us a benefit. Regardless of your situation with your parents, you still got to honor them. All right. Well, I hope that video was edifying. This was a quick hitter, but I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders Great Millstone. Peace and blessings, much pushing this truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharala.